నమస్తే, వెల్కమ్ టు ఆదాన్. నేను మీ యాంకర్ రెబ్కా. అయితే ఈరోజు నాతో పాటు ఉన్న గెస్ట్ ఎవరో కాదు, నకుల్ సార్. మనం అనుకుంటూ ఉంటాం కదా, మనం రెస్టారెంట్ ఓపెన్ చేయాలి, లేకపోతే బేకరీ ఓపెన్ చేస్తే బాగుండు, కెఫే అనుకుంటూ ఐస్ క్రీమ్ పార్లర్ దగ్గర నుంచి రెస్టారెంట్ వరకు ఓపెన్ చేయాలనే వాళ్ళు చాలామందికి చాలా థాట్సే ఉంటాయి. బట్ అది ఓపెన్ చేస్తే మనకి ప్రాఫిట్స్ వస్తాయా లేదా, లేకపోతే దాంట్లో ప్రాసెస్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఇఫ్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఫెయిల్ అవుతే ఏం చేయాలి, అంత ఫర్నిచర్ పెడతాము, ఇంత చేసినప్పటికీ అంత బడ్జెట్లో కూడా పెట్టిన తర్వాత ఒకవేళ ఫెయిల్ అయితే మనకి ఏమవుతుంది అనే ఒక థాట్ మనందరి మైండ్లో ఉంటుంది. అగర్ మన ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళే కావచ్చు, ఫ్రెండ్సే కావచ్చు. అలాంటప్పుడు మనం ఎలాంటి సజెషన్స్ తీసుకోవాలి, ఎలా ముందుకు ప్రాపర్గా వెళ్ళాలనేది ఎవరికి తెలియదు. మరి మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారు నకుల్ సార్. తను ఒక 25 years ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్డ్ అనమాట. సో మోర్ దాన్ ఏ సీఈఓగా తను ఒక మేజర్ బ్రాండ్లో కూడా ఇంతకుముందు వర్క్ చేశారు. తను ఒక మెంటర్గా అండ్ అలానే F&B రీటైలర్గా కూడా వర్క్ చేసి కన్సల్టేషన్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారన్నమాట. సో కన్సల్టింగ్గా కూడా మనకు అన్నీ చెప్తూ ఉంటారు. మరి సార్తో మాట్లాడదాము ఎలా ఈ ప్రాసెస్లోకి వెళ్ళాలి ఏంటి అనేది. ఓకేనా? హాయ్ సార్.
హాయ్, హౌ ఆర్ యు?
ఎస్, ఐఎమ్ గుడ్, ఫైన్. సో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్, నేను చిన్నగా ఉన్నప్పుడు నాకు అనిపించేది మనం ఒక రెస్టారెంట్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తే ఎలా ఉంటుంది, లేదు అని అంటే ఒక బేకరీ అనేది నాకు ఒక ప్యాషన్ ఉండేది. బట్ ఎలా స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి ఏంటి అనేది నాకు తెలిసేది కాదు. సో హౌ వీ షుడ్ స్టార్ట్ రెస్టారెంట్ ఆర్ బేకరీ, ఐస్ క్రీమ్ పార్లర్, కెఫే, లైక్ దట్?
So, see, just like you, I think there are many friends out there who are listening also today are planning to start something in F&B.
Yes.
So I regularly say this that people ask me ki why so many new restaurant comes every month, every second month. Reason is that food is very much connected to our life.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
I'll say today, just think for a moment that today, the life is so dull if there is no food and beverage involved. ठीक है ना? Just for a minute, think that we are in a special world where we are living with a special energy, but without food and beverage.
Yes, yes.
And now understand how the life will be. It will be so dull,
Yes,
right?
yes.
There is no ceremony, no celebration possible without F&B involved, right?
Yes.
So that is why food and beverage is so much connected to our life, and that is one of the reason कि बहुत सारे नए startups होते हैं इसके अंदर. Now your question is that how to start.
Yes.
So Rebecca, first of all, like any other business, right? The first step is to have the right concept planning or the model planning, the business model, right? So F&B gives a lot of wide choice. F&B में बहुत सारा wide choice मिलता है आपको. You can have different formats. You can start a bakery, you can start a cafe, you can start a ice cream parlor, street food joint, right? A tiffin center or a barbecue restaurant, right? Fine dining restaurant,
Yes.
right? So many different models, business models are available. So based on your experience, your expertise, your resources, क्योंकि जो आपके पास अवेलेबल एक्सपीरियंस आपके अलग है, किसी और के अलग है, राइट? योर एक्सपीरियंस, योर एक्सपर्टीज, योर रिसोर्सेज, आप जो आपके पास अवेलेबल है वो दूसरे के पास हो सकता है दैट इज़ अवेलेबल और दैट इज़ नॉट अवेलेबल. तो हर एक के पास हर एक इट फ्रॉम कंपनी टू कंपनी, फ्रॉम पर्सन टू पर्सन, वी हैव टू इवेल्युएट, and based on the resources available we have to design the right format.
Okay.
Right business model. So from there the process start. Then comes once you are clear about the format, what you want to do, then the most important thing is that how you want to take the format further, right?
Yes, yes.
अभी मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ. Let's say today you want to start a bakery, right? There are so many bakeries around, right? So you have to have today a unique concept, something which is in your recipes or your menu or the way you present the food or in your ambience, something which is special, which you are providing to the consumer, which is not there available in the market, which can give you an edge over others, right? तो आपका जो आपका USP क्या है, आपको उसके ऊपर बहुत थॉट देने की जरूरत है, right? So the first thing is to design the right business model. Then again the other things which are involved here is कि designing a business model depends just not on the concept. It also depends आपके पास कितना कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट अवेलेबल है, राइट? अब सपोज आपको एक फाइन डाइनिंग रेस्टोरेंट स्टार्ट करना है एंड यू डोंट हैव अ गुड कैपिटल अवेलेबल, तो वी जनरली एडवाइज डोंट गो फॉर अ फाइन डाइनिंग, बिकॉज फाइन डाइनिंग इज वेयर यू हैव टू गो वेरी हाई ऑन द एम्बियंस, राइट? तो राइट कॉन्सेप्ट डिज़ाइन करने का ज़रूरत होता है सबसे पहले। तो बेस्ड उसके ऊपर, आपके रिसोर्सेज के ऊपर हमको राइट फॉर्मेट डिज़ाइन करना पड़ता है। उसके बाद उस फॉर्मेट के अंदर वी हैव टू सी दैट व्हाट यूनिकनेस वी कैन ब्रिंग आउट देयर। तो सबसे पहले आपको वो सोचना है। सो दिस इज अ लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रेटेजिकल प्लानिंग रिक्वायर्ड, राइट? तो प्लानिंग का ज़रूरत है इसके अंदर। तो आपको पहले थोड़ा सा अपना रिसोर्सेज के थ्रू you have to go for a market research and then think that what is the right format.
Okay.
And from there the journey starts.
ఓకే సార్, అయితే రెస్టారెంట్స్ కానివ్వండి ఇంకేమన్నా మనం స్టార్ట్ చేయాలంటే అందులో ఎలాంటి ఛాలెంజెస్ ఉంటాయి?
So there are various challenges. Many a times अभी क्या हो रहा है कि you see that F&B is a very dynamic industry, right? It is where you are dealing with the perishable shelf life of product. It is not like many in the industry where your product will not get spoiled. So there is a shelf life involved here, right? And apart from that, you are the people who carry the food are all skilled people. I mean, you have the generally the people who carry the food, they are all skilled in that particular area of operations. Right, so when you are dealing with the skilled manpower and you are dealing with the perishable life, there are a lot of challenges involved. So the challenges can be like first of all, it's about the complete planning, right? So you have to see that what is the, based on your capital, what is the right planning of operation you should do. The capital should not be spent just for the setting up of the outlet. You also need an operational capital.
Okay.
Right, and then in different department, there can be challenge in your with the proper manpower planning, proper production planning, proper supply chain planning, purchase planning, operational planning. So many challenges are out there. So that is generally an entrepreneur has to face when he is starting a restaurant.
ఓకే సార్, అయితే చాలామంది రెస్టారెంట్స్ పెట్టిన తర్వాత ఫెయిల్ అయిపోతూ ఉంటున్నారు. సో ఎందుకు ఫెయిల్ అవుతున్నారు? వాళ్ళకి సరిగ్గా తెలియకపోవడమా, లేకపోతే కస్టమర్స్ వస్తున్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి రిసీవ్ చేసుకునే విధానం తెలియకనా? సో ఎందుకు, వై ద రెస్టారెంట్స్ ఆర్ ఫెయిలింగ్?
Sir, very good question. So I'll tell you, the food looks very simple, right? Generally क्या होता है कि when we are experiencing F&B today, आप और मैं बहुत ज़्यादा बाहर जाते हैं, वी आर जनरली सिटिंग इन सम फूड रेस्टोरेंट, वी आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग F&B आउट देयर, तो हमको जनरली लगता है कि यार आई कैन ईजिली डू दिस, आई कैन ऑल्सो स्टार्ट अ रेस्टोरेंट बिकॉज आई नो आई हैव सीन इट, राइट? तो अब क्या होता है, बट आई कैन टेल यू दैट इट्स नॉट दैट सिंपल, right? And there is like all the functional department in F&B, you have to take care of each and every department properly, right? So abhi we get the calls sometime that restaurants are telling us that sir, we are having a very good sales, but there is almost no profitability, right? So we have to see then generally what we do, we generally do and kind of an audit, operational audit of all the functional department. तो कई बार क्या होता है, like you don't know that there can be a problem with your purchase cost. So then once we see that that may be eating all your margins out there, there can be a problem with your HR cost.
Okay.
Right? So it's like any other business, we have to evaluate the working operations of all the departments, that where is the problem, why your outlet is not successful. Right, sometimes there can be low sales. अब low sales के reason can be that maybe there is some fine tuning required in your product is not that good or appealing to the customer, or there can be a possibility that there is an improvement required in and training required for improving the service. And at times there can be maybe the strategy of marketing and branding what you are following, जो आपका स्ट्रेटजी है मार्केटिंग का, ब्रांडिंग का, वो शायद ठीक नहीं है, शायद उसकी वजह से प्रॉब्लम आ सकता है. तो बहुत सारे डिफरेंट एरियाज़ में प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. तो फर्स्ट हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम लोग एक तरह का फंक्शनल ऑडिट करते हैं सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स का. उसके अंदर से हम अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं कि किस डिपार्टमेंट में क्या इम्प्रूवमेंट का ज़रूरत है.
ఓకే.
आपको सेल्स इंक्रीज करने के लिए क्या स्टेप्स चाहिए, आपको प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इंक्रीज करने के लिए क्या स्टेप्स चाहिए. So उसके बाद we will be able to understand that why the restaurant is having a trouble, and that is I think the major reason why people are not able to understand mainly कि where are the challenges. So what happens that sometime they are able उसी वजह से after some time when they get out of the capital, then they shut down the restaurant. So
Okay.
if they get in touch with the right people who can guide them, who can mentor them at the right time, there is a fair enough chance that you can save your business, right? You can improve the sales, you can also improve the profitability,
ఓకే.
right? तो ज़रूरत ये है कि हमें एनालाइज करना है और देखना है कि हाउ वी कैन improve things out there.
ఓకే. సో ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ వన్ సింపుల్ సిల్లీ క్వశ్చన్ సార్. ఆర్ యూ ఫుడీ?
Well, I would say the answer to this is, yeah, first of all, I would like to start that I think every human being is a foodie, because without food the life is not possible. ठीक है?
ఓకే.
And we live in a very special city, that is Hyderabad. There, Hyderabad, the people are so much crazy about food. Because in this industry we come across so many stories of people who are in love with food like anything. So I think we are in a very special city. There is a lot of craze about food out there. Hyderabad के लोग food के लिए कुछ they can do anything for food, good food. So for sure. And other thing which I would like to add, which I have already shared, that food is life. We just can't imagine the life without food.
ఓకే.
The life becomes very dull.
Okay.
If you don't have any food in any ceremony or celebration, there will be no celebration around there, no ceremony out there, right?
Okay.
So definitely I think every human being is in a way is a foodie, for
ఓకే
sure.
సార్. యువర్ ఫేవరెట్ ఫుడ్ సార్?
So I like to try a lot of different food. I come from basically I'm in a Punjabi family, so North Indian food is of course my favorite. But then being in the industry now, I also like a South Indian food a lot. Then also a continental and the deserts also. And so I eat everything which comes my way, and I like to try that.
ఓకే. ఓకే సార్. సో అయితే సార్ మనం బిజినెస్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు మన ఓన్ మనీతో స్టార్ట్ చేయొచ్చా? లేదు అని అంటే ఫ్రాంచైజ్ తీసుకుంటూ ఉంటాము. సో అలా స్టార్ట్ చేయడం కరెక్ట్ అంటారా?
Again, it's a very good question. See, it's like आप फ्रेंचाइजी भी ले सकते हैं और आप अपना ब्रांड भी स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. Both are in a way, it both are good options, but depends, on the risk, on your, basically we have to analyze कि आपके साथ क्या आपका experience है, क्या
Okay.
आपके पास resources available है, right? What kind of a time you can give for your business. So depending on that, I mean, you can again, you can take a call that whether you want to go for a franchisee or you can start your own brand. But I would like to add here one thing, that even if you are going for a franchisee, we are also getting so many calls today. Like, many a times the companies who are approaching us, they are also they have taken the franchisee. But what they expect initially, that once they take the franchisee, they will definitely have a success. वैसा नहीं होता है. You also have to make the similar efforts out there also. Yes, you will get the strength of already a brand which is an established brand, but then the as far as the operation of the business is concerned, उसमें भी आपको गाइडेंस की ज़रूरत होती है, उसमें भी आपको हेल्प की ज़रूरत होती है to have the right directions in all areas of operations. उसमें भी आपको you have to know what is the right kind of a manpower planning, what is the right production planning, what is the right operation planning, what is the right HR planning, what is the right capital planning.
ఓకే.
So everything, even if you take a franchisee or you start your own brand, you have to have the right planning and procedures in all operational areas.
ఓకే. సో ఇఫ్ సమ్వన్ బిజినెస్లో బాగా ఇంప్రూవ్ అయ్యి లైక్ సక్సెస్ అయిన పర్సన్ వేరే అదర్ బేకరీస్ కావచ్చు, రెస్టారెంట్స్ కావచ్చు, వేరే వేరే ప్లేసెస్లో పెట్టాలి అనుకుంటారు. సో అలా చేయడం కరెక్ట్ అంటారా? లేదు ఓన్లీ ఒక దాంట్లో తను సక్సెస్ అయ్యాడు కాబట్టి అందులోనే ఉండడం కరెక్ట్ అంటారా?
Yeah, so see, if suppose आपने restaurant start किया, you have started your own brand and you
Yes.
have now reached a stage where you are making profits today, right? You have
Yes.
tasted the success. अभी आपको grow करना है.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So आज we are in a very very special time today. There is a lot of today resources available, helping hand available. If you want to grow, you can design, you can take the right advice from some special people in the industry who can design a right franchise model for you. And then you can invite franchise. There are so many people who are looking to start something in food, and there are also people who want to start with a established brand. So if the franchisee apna, you can also go for franchising, right? Other is that you can also go for VCs, venture capital today, right? आपका अगर मॉडल अच्छा है, strong है, if the profitability is already there, then of course you have a vision. You can have a vision being placed across, and a growth vision आपका अगर correct है, तो there is a lot of venture capital available today. So funding is available for sure. So you have to connect to the right people, and then have the right presentation planned, and then of course if you can definitely grow your business today in various ways.
So next question, sir. Can we start huge amount? If suppose ఒక పర్సన్ తను కరెక్ట్గా ఒక 5-3 lakhs లేదు అని అంటే లైక్ 10 lakhs తోటి స్టార్ట్ చేయడం కరెక్ట్ అంటారా? లేదు ఫస్ట్ ఆ బిజినెస్లో తక్కువ బడ్జెట్లో పెట్టుకొని ఆ తర్వాత ఇంక్రీజ్ అయిన తర్వాత తను ఒక హ్యూజ్ అమౌంట్ దానిపైన ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయడం కరెక్ట్ అంటారా?
ये देखो, इसका आंसर वही है कि आपका बिजनेस मॉडल क्या है. एज आई सेड इनिशियली, लाइक इफ सपोज टुडे यू हैव अ लिमिटेड कैपिटल अवेलेबल, तो उसके लिए आपको जो फॉर्मेट चूज़ करना है, विच इज़ लाइक वेयर यू डोंट हैव टू स्पेंड अ लॉट ऑन द बेसिकली क्रिएटिंग द रेस्टोरेंट, राइट? आपको उसमें एम्बियंस के अंदर ज़्यादा स्पेंड नहीं करना है, राइट? आपको जो आपके पास अगर लिमिटेड बजट है, देन यू कैन स्टार्ट विद अ स्मॉल फॉर्मेट. आप एक छोटा सा फूड जॉइंट स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. यू कैन स्टार्ट लाइक अ स्मॉल कियोस्क और अ QSR मॉडल, राइट? जिसमें ह्यूज कैपिटल नहीं लगेगा, आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं होगा इनिशियली टू स्टार्ट द रेस्टोरेंट, राइट?
ओके.
और उसके बाद सपोज अगर आपके पास इफ़ यू आर हैविंग अ गुड कैपिटल अवेलेबल, देन यू हैव मोर चॉइसेस अवेलेबल. यू कैन ऑल्सो गो फॉर मे बी टुडे अ फाइन डाइनिंग और अ बफे रेस्टोरेंट और अ बारबेक्यू रेस्टोरेंट. तो कैपिटल के हिसाब से यू कैन चूज द मॉडल. Best thing about the F&B industry is that it is having so many choices available.
Okay, sir.
Right, so it doesn't, like, that is the reason so many people also come in. So आपके based on your capital available and the resources available, you can decide the model.
Okay. రెస్టారెంట్ సరిగ్గా మూవ్ అవ్వక లేకపోతే ప్రాఫిట్స్ రాక ఉన్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళు రెస్టారెంట్ని క్లోజ్ చేసేయడం బెస్ట్ అంటారా? లేదు ఎలా గ్రో చేసుకోవాలి అనేది థింక్ చేయడం కరెక్ట్ అంటారా?
See, this is just, I think, for any business once you start. F&B है या कोई दूसरा भी बिजनेस है, once you have started, definitely आपने उसके अंदर you have invested capital, time, resources. और so to close it down should be the last alternative or last thing what you should plan to do. उससे पहले I think the best is to get connected to some people, right? Or the consultant who can guide you maybe, or who can help you out. Initially क्या होता है, sometimes the restaurants are not able to take some very senior people on board because they are having limited capital, right? But that is where you can take the help from the consultants, right? So before you finally plan to close it down, it is always good to try to revive it. Yes. Right?
Yes.
So I think the best is that maybe there is some small fine tuning required, which can be easily done if the people are able to guide you correctly, right? तो अगर वो fine tune आप कर लेते हो, then you will again you can basically revive again, you can become profitable. तो best ये रहता है कि before you want to close it down, I think that should be the last thing what you should do. It only happens when
Okay.
you're completely, out of the capital. So, but the best other thing is that when you are running the operation for a few months, you will also understand that in the few months that how your business is shaping up. आपको दिखने लग जाता है, you can understand that if there is sales is growing, or it may not be giving me a break even, but my sale is growing, right? Or I may not be profitable, but yes, if I reach this much of sale, I will become profitable. So if you are able to identify early, then if you feel that no, the help is required, then try to get the help as early as possible before you are out of the capital. So in time, if you get the right help, then the people will be able to guide you properly. And they will be able to revive the business.
Okay.
See, today one of the major problem is that as with so many restaurants which are starting are also closing, which is very sad. क्योंकि क्या होता है कि आप बिजनेस में आते हैं with ultimately everyone wants to taste success. Everyone who wants to who starts a business, he wants to taste a success, right? Finally, at most of the time, you get the capital from different resources, you take the help from people, and ultimately, so when इसमें जो सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम आता है कि they are not able to understand where the problem is in the business, which area needs help. There can be a problem at your back end, right? Maybe your purchase cost is not correct. I have seen restaurants buying the ingredients the way they buy for their household needs, right?
Okay.
The way they buy for their home, the same way they buy for their outlet also, which is not the right practice.
Okay.
So there are SOPs involved. You should know that it is very important to buy the right product at the right cost, right? Similarly, if in the production also, you should know that you have to have a right production planning. How many, as per the menu, how many people are required to carry that menu? Suppose your HR cost is very high, you don't know, then there is a problem.
Okay.
Right? So there are different cost areas. Again, if the sale is low, there can be a problem with your product for sure, but you can improve it with the right guidance. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there can be also a problem with the marketing strategy also. अभी क्या होता है आजकल, people go, they just feel that we have hired a marketing agency today and we are done. But that is not absolutely going to help, because see, finally the marketing agency is an outside agency. They need insight about your business, and marketing agency also need the right strategic planning, right? उनको भी आपको गाइड करना पड़ता है कि मार्केटिंग क्या राइट स्ट्रेटजी है फॉर मार्केटिंग, क्योंकि यू आर क्रिएटिंग a perception in consumer mind.
సో అయితే ఐ హోప్ మీ అందరికీ అర్థమైంది అనుకుంటున్నా. అంటే స్టార్టింగ్ ఎవరైతే రెస్టారెంట్స్ కానివ్వండి, ఇట్లా ఎవరైనా బిజినెస్ చేయాలి అనుకునే వాళ్ళకి మంచి క్వశ్చన్స్ అండ్ క్వశ్చన్స్కి ఆన్సర్స్ కూడా దొరికిందని అనుకుంటున్నాను. సో సార్ చాలా చక్కగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు, బికాస్ 25 years ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉంది కాబట్టి. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సార్ ఫర్ యువర్ వాల్యుబుల్ టైం.
Well, in the end, I would just like to say, F&B food industry is a very good industry, and it's always a growing industry, and I think it gives a lot of opportunity. It opens a lot of opportunities, right? So maybe I just feel that if you are planning to start something in F&B and food, for sure you can start, right? And also it is nowadays being seen something where is to generate a passive income. Okay. Right? And for sure you can start, but yes, I mean, you should start with the right planning and right procedures, and also with the right guidance.
ఓకే. సో విన్నారు కదా, మరి సార్ చాలా చక్కగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు. ఒకవేళ మీకు కానీ ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే, ఎలా మీరు పెట్టిన తర్వాత కూడా ఏదన్నా అవ్వట్లేదు, ఇంకా చాలా చాలా డౌట్స్ వస్తున్నాయి, అసలు కస్టమర్స్ రావట్లేదు, లేకపోతే ఫుడ్ విషయంలో కావచ్చు, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ రెస్టారెంట్స్ కావచ్చు, దేనికైనా సరే సపోర్ట్ కావాలంటే సార్ నెంబర్ కింద ఇస్తున్నాము, ఒకసారి సార్కి కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వండి. ఇలాంటి ఇంటర్వ్యూ మళ్ళీ ఇంకో దాంతో మీ అందరి ముందుకు వస్తాను. అప్పటి వరకు చూస్తూనే ఉండండి ఆధాన్. నమస్తే.